Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to change the way the world eats. My name is Angela Shurina. I'm a certified nutritionist, health nutrition, brain nutrition coach, brain performance coach. I'm just a fan of a brain. And now I love helping people to connect the neuroscience of high performance, of high brain productivity with nutrition, lifestyle choices, and things like designing your work environment, designing your living environment. So a lot of fascinating stuff. Because, guys, nutrition and lifestyle for the brain, if you take good care of your brain, the rest of your body will do amazing. And also, if you don't take care of your body, the brain will not do good. And it's hard for us to get out of our own head and to kind of understand or envision how we could be better. Like all of us would think, well, my brain is working just fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Unless you already have a condition, maybe you're struggling with ADHD, like legitimately diagnosed, or some other brain issue, right? Unless you have that, most of us are not aware of our brain potential. But guys, just consider this fact that if you don't consume enough of DHAs, those are omega-specific omega-3 fat that is found only in marine sources. Usually you get it from fatty fish, from supplementing with fish oil, or from supplementing with algae oil. Those are basically the only ways you can get sufficient amounts. So if you don't get sufficient amount, your brain cannot build more neural connections. That means that your brain either not growing or literally shrinking. And it's gonna be so much harder for your brain to learn, to be plastic, to adapt, to change, to learn new skills, to become a better kind of person. If you are into personal development and personal growth and you still do not supplement with fish oil of good quality, or do not eat every day your sardines or salmon, enough fish oil from food sources, that is actually better, but for most people it's just not doable. That's why I say supplement, right, to make it more doable. Anyhow, if you don't do that and you say you are into personal development and growth mindset, realize that you're making it physically harder for your brain to grow and to develop. Because in order for your brain to change, it needs to create new connections between neurons. It needs to maintain great communication between those neurons. And that's just in your brain. And then, of course, the rest of your nervous system in the body is affected. So if you don't eat just one thing, your brain is not growing how it could be, maybe a little bit here and there, but usually it actually starts shrinking with the modern diet and lifestyle. Can you imagine? They actually did this comparison, like the volume of the brain. People who had good lifestyle ate a lot of seafood or supplemented with, fish oil, and their omega-3 index was quite high compared to people who did not have any of that and had pretty shitty diet and lifestyle. So their brain is literally smaller, and the smaller this brain, the less talents you can develop. That's just it, guys. So, but then of course omega-3 fatty acids are amazing for your brain. They're anti-inflammatory, great for your gut, and seem to be contributing to easier weight loss and weight maintenance. And there are so many great things. So the connection between the brain and the body, there is blood-brain barrier, but other than that, it's all one system. And so if we don't take care of one thing, then the rest of the body doesn't work. And the reason why I'm so passionate about brain nutrition and lifestyle is because brain is the most demanding when it comes to energy and other nutrients organ in our body. And it is the brain that defines the quality of our life, because all of our experiences that they get through the brain, and that's how we get to feel, to see, to touch, to experience, to give meaning, to experience joy, to celebrate. That's all in the brain. And if that's not working well, then all of those things become much more challenging and difficult, and life in general becomes not so enjoyable, right? The one of the worst things that can happen to any human being is being alive, but not having your brain fully alive. Because then life becomes kind of dull. Because your brain not working well, it can't get and accumulate and absorb and analyze and process all the sensory information from all the different organs and systems. And that's how our life experience in general become less and less rich, just because the brain does not process it all that well. Plus memories, if you don't have great memory, what do you have? Like all the experiences, who we are, our identity, it all tied to our memories. And if we don't have that, or we constantly lose them, or unable to make new ones really well, then our identity going to be suffering. So brain is very important. And again, when you focus on brain nutrition, on feeding your brain well, on taking care of your brain, the rest of the body will work amazing. Your hormones, your blood sugar, your blood pressure, your energy levels, all of it will do great. That's why brain nutrition is something that I'm moving towards and specializing more right now. Now, over the years, guys, yesterday was Sunday. I was summarizing, analyzing my work over the past decade with my clients to figure out what things were the best, like skills that I taught, skills that work the best for my clients, whether they came to me to lose weight, to get six-pack, to have more productive brain, to have more energy, to sleep better, to just enjoy life better, and at the end of the day not feel like they're exhausted, to feel happier. Most of my clients, whether they realize it or not, they just wanted to feel better, like the best version of themselves. And very often they would feel like there is something about their body that is just not working, not there, and they need to fix that to feel better. And that's why my clients would come to me. For some reason, when people meet me, they always think that I'm either in finance or IT. And that's why also a lot of people from financial world, a lot of financial advisors, actually, IT people, who else, lawyers, executives in advertising, those are the people that usually would come to me, but specifically a lot of people from finance world. And I asked recently, actually, my friend, like, what do you think people from finance world gravitate to me? And he's like, maybe that's because you speak in short phrases very precisely. Maybe that's why. And I'm like, yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe I am kind of like them too. Plus my education, my degree, my university degree was IT, computer programming in economics, right? So I am kind of from this world. But anyhow, guys, so a lot of my clients from this precise world of mathematics and law, and also quite a lot of entrepreneurs, they came to me to have it all, to have the body that they want, to feel that their brain works on point, so they're productive, have a lot of energy, can enjoy their life to the fullest. Like they wanted to have it all. And most of them fixed what they needed to fix when they came to me and continued with their life journey to conquer other goals and peaks and mountains. Today, I wanted to share with you briefly 7 most important food skills that, after summarizing all the work with my clients, I realized these are the skills that with most people we practice in one form or the other. And these are the skills when I talk back to my clients, when we communicate, these are the skills that they find the most useful because they're simple. They allow them to maintain a healthy body, a sharp mind, great energy, great sleep, great life drive and sex drive. So simple food skills that they easily maintain and they feel and do their best, right? So these are 7 food skills, again, that are super effective. that have nothing to do with diet. And if you wanted to maintain great health, fitness, shape, and energy for life, vitality, usefulness, enthusiasm, then I highly recommend you to look into the skills as long as you identify yourself as a human being. Right? Number one, no bullshit diets. Guys, keto, low carb, high carb, vegan, vegetarian. Actually, what works best is eating your freaking 3 meals a day of variety of all food groups that are whole foods, not products. Having balanced meals, meaning having your protein, having your whole food carbohydrates, having your healthy fats. Have a balanced meal every meal you eat 3 times a day, so no bullshit diet, and you'll do really, really great. All of these reductionist diets like keto or vegan or some other stuff, they might work to solve a very specific problem in a very specific case. But unless you have some issue that cannot be reversed or addressed, unless, you have to stay in, for example, in a keto diet because otherwise you have epileptic seizures, unless that case, don't do those diets, for a short period of time for something, maybe, but then start developing those simple, balanced eating skills that have nothing to do with diet, skills that our ancestors, our grandmothers, grandfathers knew. People maintain those skills who live to 100 without not much medical attention. And those, they still work, guys. And they work better than any other diet out there. So number one, no bullshit diets. They don't really work that well, guys. Number two, eat whole foods, not bullshit products. This is one that a lot of my clients didn't believe in at first. But once they moved more and more towards whole foods, making sure that all the foods that they eat, they're not products, they're not processed, they're cooked either at home or outside through some meal delivery or good quality restaurants and cafes. So as long as it's whole foods, those 3 meals a day, balanced meals of whole foods, your protein, again, your fat, your carbohydrates, it actually works really well for ideal body weight, for satiety, for enjoying your food and not struggling with overeating and cravings. It actually works really, really well. So foods, not products. Foods, guys, they are better quality, better for you. And some say, well, Angela, but they don't taste as well as some, bar or candy or cookie. It's like comparing, if you've ever tried some drug, of course, other stuff will never be comparable to that drug, like the rush that you're going to get from that. But long term, is it better for you to experience that rush all the time and to just be high on that feeling? Or you actually want to enjoy your life more besides food, and having food as a pleasurable experience as a part of your life, not a part that overriding everything, right? And screws up a lot of your good intentions, and even doesn't make you feel that good for that long, right? So eat whole foods, not products. They're better quality. They're designed for human beings. So this is number 2, eating whole foods. It's a skill, switching from things that were juiced, packaged, powdered, extracted, created into some sort of products. Switching from that to whole foods that, were either running or growing at some point, that's actually a huge step for a lot of people. A step that a lot of people need to learn and to practice before it becomes their second nature. Skill number 3, eat your protein. You're probably not eating enough, guys. Might sound like, an old song, but protein is needed to even make you happy. Did you know that? Like your serotonin, that happy, satisfied, peaceful feeling that you get, the life here is enough. You are enough. That is serotonin. Your confidence comes from serotonin. And guess what? That's made out of protein. And that protein, specific amino acid, and it's not even that much available in a lot of even animal foods. And so eat your protein for breakfast, for lunch, and dinner. 30 grams, animal foods. guys, if you are a vegan, you're not saving a planet. If you care about animals, choose better products. Choose from people, from farms that do take care of their animals, right? But realize that animal protein, it works much better in a human body, especially for things like mental health, like your serotonin, like your confidence, like feeling that your glass is full, not half empty, or so being more positive, it's all about serotonin, and eat your protein for that. And again, most people don't eat enough. And then working with a lot of women, they had a lot of cravings, or they would say, I eat my breakfast and then I'm hungry like very soon after that, and my energy crashes. And I would ask, like, what do you have for breakfast? And they would have some sandwich with barely, if any, protein, with some weird cereal or a little bit of yogurt and berries. It's not enough protein. You need to hit at least those 30 grams every single meal, right? So eat your protein from whole foods. If whole foods is hard for you, then add a good quality shake, but get that protein for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Number 4, eating things like fatty fish, eggs, and fermented foods. I usually would add to some of my clients who are more adventurous and more open to trying things, organ meats, because the organ meats, things like chicken livers, this is the treasury of nutrients there. That's why in a lot of ancient tribes, they would feed organ meats to pregnant women and heads of tribes, because that was like a lot of nutrients that they somehow noticed that eating that would give you like that strength, vitality, and zest. So they would give it to pregnant and head of tribes. Plus it's high in folate. That is super important for pregnant women, right? So organ meats. But then if you don't eat organ meats, eat your fatty fish. Sardines, mackerel, salmon, herring, those are the highest in omega-3 fatty acids. Eggs, also so high in nutrients, and specifically in that choline that is made into acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter of focus, of attention, of memories, of rapid eye movement sleep, where we actually consolidate all kinds of emotional and cognitive memories, and where we learn in sleep, right? So eggs, fatty fish, fermented foods, so crucial, so amazing for our gut health. And our gut health, it's crucial, it's important, it's essential for our well-being and health. So fatty fish, eggs, fermented foods, fermented foods every day, fatty fish, eggs, if not every day, then every other day. Although I do recommend to eat them every day, and specifically fatty fish, that is important to grow your brain, to develop yourself, right? There's another skill. Skill number 5, eating a lot of fruit and veg, like getting used to the idea that the more fruit and veg, fresh fruit and veg, not juiced, smoothied or anything, the more you chew your fruit and veg, fresh and cooked, green leafy greens, and not leafy, green especially good for you, vegetables, and then, some fruit and berries are especially great in fruit kingdom. So as much as you can chew, especially vegetables, the more you eat, the better your health gonna be. And of course, whenever I talk about any skill, I hope you understand not to overdo it, even with vegetables. Don't get crazy and just eat ton and ton that your stomach hurts. No, still respect your digestive system, right? And if you are new to vegetables, for example, they might be harder on your digestive system, then start slow. For example, this week, just eat a cup per day. Next week, maybe 2 cups, or maybe cup and a half. And that's how you teach your gut microbiome and your digestive system to get used to absorbing, digesting, metabolizing certain foods. So if you've never eaten vegetables, or very few, especially vegetables that are kind of like harder to digest, Brussels sprouts or even broccoli, and then you decided to eat like a whole bunch of them, don't expect you're going to feel good, because your digestive system is kind of out of shape for digesting that specific kind of food. That was an issue for me too. When I started eating all those vegetables, I would constantly get bloated. Like my stomach after dinner would get big. By morning it would get all flat, etc. But I had this effect. But now it doesn't happen, because guess what, guys? Just like any system in your body, you get efficient with doing things that you do consistently. And eating vegetables it's worth that investment. There is a lot of nutrients for your gut and your whole body. And so just educate your digestive system and slowly introduce different kinds of vegetables in bigger and bigger amounts, right? It's not done over one day and overnight. When I work with my clients, when I say a skill, it means we develop it. My clients do not start from 0 vegetables to a ton of vegetables. No, it's like, again, 1 cup a day, then 2 cups a day, then maybe 3 cups a day, then maybe 4 servings, adding some fruit, different kinds of fruit. And that's how you build it up in a matter of 2, 3, sometimes 4 or 5 months. But that's the skill that then gonna stay with you for life. So eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. Number 6, supplement. Guys, there is no way around it. You gotta supplement. You'll never be able to eat that balanced diet and getting everything from food. Plus our soils are so different, and they say they have much less minerals and all that stuff, that we need to eat from our foods. So supplement. Supplement with your multivitamin, multimineral, probably omega-3 fatty acids. Those are the things that I would recommend everyone to supplement with. And on top of that, depending on what kind of supplements you got, you might supplement with additional magnesium or calcium, or you might supplement with other brain nutrients like acetyl L-carnitine or alpha GPC, maybe some other things, right? But multivitamin, multimineral, omega-3 fatty acids in sufficient amounts, around 2 grams total. Supplement, and you'll feel so much better on all fronts when it comes to physical or mental performance, and you look better and you'll smile more. So guys, supplement. If you need any help with supplementation, there is also a link to a supplement website, Thorne, available for US, for people in the US. So there is a supplement stack that I recommend. If you follow the link in the show notes, you'll find all the supplements that I recommend. So supplement. And the last skill is, it's kind of like a few skills, I guess. Eating not too early, not too late, and eat 3 times a day. Don't snack. That makes your eating habits so much easier to maintain your weight and your hunger and your energy levels and just structure in your day. You're going to feel so much more balanced when you just have structure. Eating not too early, meaning don't just wake up and eat breakfast. No, your body, like your hormones, your cortisol, your blood sugar, your digestive system, they all kind of need to get started. And while you are still waking up, so first 90 minutes, it is not recommended to start eating. Just hydrate a lot. You've been not drinking the whole night. You're dehydrated. Water is the most important nutrient that we consume. So hydrate. Wait for 90 minutes. Again, it has to do with cortisol, with blood sugar fluctuations when you wake up. Then after 90 minutes, have breakfast or later, have your coffee. Also coffee, don't drink it right after waking, wait for 90 minutes. And then eating not too late, meaning 3 hours before bed, seems to be a great idea, recommended by all the experts into health, into gut health, into any kind of health. So 3 hours before bed, don't eat and you sleep really well. Maintaining great health and weight, etc. And then just, again, have meals, 3 meals a day. Don't snack. As easy as that, guys. Not a rocket science. So these are the skills that I work on with all of my clients. And again, a skill meaning we develop it. It's not like I tell you and you do it. No, it also takes work to implement the skills in everyone's life. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different situation. Everyone has different health and family and work and schedules and demands. A lot of athletes came to me, right? So those have very specific demands and goals. And every skill, we adapted, we changed, and we figure out how we can implement it to the best of our ability. And these are the skills, when developed, guys, you're gonna experience a lot of health, and it will seem like no work at all, and great weight and energy levels and all of that stuff. When you have it all, when your body, brain, they work amazing. And these are the skills guide that I as a coach work with all of my clients, whether again they come to me to look great or to have brain power, memory, learning abilities that are amazing, their productivity throughout the day to improve that. Doesn't matter what they come to me with. These are the skills that need to be worked on and developed if you are interested in being like your best self motherfucker out there. So if you need to develop the skills and you're struggling and that it's hard to put into consistent practice on your own, then that's what I do as a coach. I help people to develop skills. I don't tell people what to do. I work with people to develop skills around health and specifically nutrition as my expertise. So reach out, check out the links in the show notes for supplements and also classes that I'm doing this May, June, July. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Have an awesome week as usual. Till next time, eat better daily.